Hi friends, this is Chandan from Centriverse and welcome again to my channel. So today I have decided that I will talk about some basic information which every novice owner and new pet parents must know. So I have decided that I will make a series of 4 videos. Uh, Initially the one will be deciding on the breed of the puppy, sex of the puppy, what puppy to buy, whether to buy a puppy or not. So buying tips, how to get your new puppy in home. Next, just wait. See, this is one of my pet Labradors. She is my breeding. Her name is Chini. Chini means in Bengali it's called sugar. And this is her mother, Rani. Rani is an import female and she has won a lot of titles in India. Wait. So, sorry for the distraction. My initial video will be on puppy buying guide. My next video will be on, just hold on, I have made a list so that I don't forget while talking. The second video will be on basic puppy training, and the third in the series will be puppy feeding and caring for the puppy, the new brought puppy that you have brought to your house. And the last video of this series will be on the basic vaccination, deworming, ectoparasites, endoparasites, regarding those. So let's talk about the puppy buying guide. As you have seen the video till now, we at Centriverse, let us introduce ourselves. We breed Labradors and Golden Retrievers, and we also participate in dog breed shows. So I have seen that recently that many people who have bought puppies in the pandemic situation, the number of puppy buying has increased, and a lot of puppy fatality also has increased. Like, we are getting news from many friends and family that there is a lot of puppy fatality. Now, this puppy fatality can happen due to many reasons. We will come to that point later. So first, as you have decided to buy a puppy, now you should understand why you need the puppy. If you are wanting to get a puppy, first ask yourself why you need the puppy. Is it just as a house pet, a companion with you, or you want to do some serious dog showing, or you want to go into breeding? Now, once you decide on that, you have to select the breed of the puppy that you want to buy. Now, mostly in today's world, average or maybe the maximum number of people doesn't have very big houses or a lot of lawns to play around. So whatever breed you buy, you have to understand that they need exercising, they need good fooding. So initially you buy a puppy out of your what you call, like, suddenly you get an idea, like you have a plan in your mind to buy a puppy, you don't think and go ahead and buy. But once the puppy grows into an adult dog or a female, he will need more and more exercise. So you have to keep in mind that exercising a dog is very important. If you go for a large breed like a German Shepherd dog, Great Dane, Doberman, Rottweilers, they need actually a lot of exercise. So on the other hand, if you go for another segment, segment of dogs, that those are called the gun dogs. What we keep, the Labradors, Golden Retrievers, Cocker Spaniels, these are going in the gun dog. They are more of a companion dog. Again, you can go for the smaller breeds which will need little bit less exercise, the toy breeds, the Pomeranian, Shih Tzus, and there are many other breeds. So first you decide on the breed. Now next question that comes is that whether a male or a female. What we see, the general trend is many new pet lovers who are planning to buy a puppy will straight away go for a male. Now this is the first downfall you are starting with. Like, why I say it like that? When you plan to keep a male, you have to keep in mind in future that male will need some mating. Some female should approach you so that he gets the mating properly. But when you keep one average male or a good male, he will there is very less chance that he will get a regular mating, because those people who are keeping females, they will always opt for the most glamorous and the most well-known dog in the city, or maybe in the state, in the surrounding. So it is less chance that your average dog, average quality dog, will never get a mating. That will be a huge problem in future. Rani, what happened? So for the new owners, I will suggest, it is personally, it's like my personal view altogether. To start with, you should go with a female. Now with a female, when in future, if you have, when you want to breed that female, you will have all the options, all the doors open in the country. Just a second. Chini, what happened? You can go to any good dog that suits your female in future, and you can do the breeding, and that will be a good step to do. Now, male, female, all things sorted. Like this was my view. Why a female over a male? Now, if you have to buy a male, then you go ahead and get the best available male you can buy at that point of time, or maybe wait and get a good, very good male. Very means very good male. Then only in future you can get the mating for that stud dog. Why he needs a mating? Because it's a nature's call. Like when he grows up, when he becomes adult, 18 months, 2 years, 2.5 years, if he does not get mating, which is against the rule of nature, like he should have got it. Otherwise, he might become a bit excited, like overexcited. In the road, when you take him for walks, he can get smell of other females in heat and all. That will create a lot of mental disturbance for the dog. Okay, so till this point, what we have done, what breed you select, Chini, come here, Chini, come, and what sex, male or female, that you decide. Next, the point that I was thinking to talk about is like, from where to buy the puppy. Yes, this is a very important question. From where to buy the puppy? Always go to a reputed breeder. Suppose you select a breed called Beagle. Suppose. So try to find out from your local kennel club officials or people into the dog show who are the Beagle breeders. Now in today's world where digital, like there's so much of social media, Facebook, Instagram and everything, try to do a bit of research. Shortlist a few breeders, talk with those breeders, you tell them your requirement, why you need the dog as a pet or as a companion dog or as a show dog. So you discuss with a few breeders, and always go for those breeders who are into this business for some time. They know what are the defects in their line and everything. So after discussing with one or two breeders, you shortlist as per your convenience of price, convenience of availability, and visit the breeder. See the parents. Always you won't find the father, mother in the same place, because some people may have the mother and they have taken stud from another dog. Now, when you visit the breeder, if you are visiting a breeder's place, you will see many other dogs also. And if you see that that particular breeder has a multiple variety of dogs, maybe Beagle, Cocker, Pomeranian, GSD, then I personally would not prefer to buy it from them. It's my opinion what I am saying, because you should buy a particular breed from a breeder who is into that particular breed, not into all breeds. Next, you see the health condition of the dogs that the breeder have. If you see a few dogs, you can understand the health condition. If they are healthy, how they are living in, how hygienic the place is, whether they are being caged up or they are in the family like other family members roaming in the house. See all these things. If you see the dog, you'll get 50% picture of the health condition. If you see the dogs are healthy, happy, then you are mostly done. Now you have to talk with the breeder for the puppy when he can give the puppy to you. Rani has just given a litter of 4 beautiful puppies, and She is little bit out of condition. He has gone through the stress of labor. So after you select the breeder, you select the puppy, and now at what age you should take the puppy? You should not take a puppy before 45 days age. By 30 days age, we give the initial vaccination, that's the puppy DP, and we prefer to give the next give the puppy after 45 days. I prefer to give it after 8 weeks basically, because then by then we complete 2 vaccinations. So your minimum age limit should not be less than 45 days. By the time they are 45 days, they can feed on their own. They start feeding on their own after 30 days itself. So by 45 days, they are up and running. They are just jumping around, running around. You can see their movement, see whether all the 4 legs are properly placed or not, if they have any defect. Now, if you are buying a male puppy, you should always check there is 2 properly descended testicles in the scrotum or not. Now, if you are buying a female puppy, basically nothing to check, just check the bite. For that particular breed, whatever is the breed standard asking for the bite settings, check for that. So just let me check what were the topics I was discussing. So we have talked about the right age for the puppy to be brought at the house. Next, before bringing in the puppy, check with the breeder about the vaccination and the deworming, whether they have been done properly or not. The ideal deworming schedule is from the birth, from the day 0, every 15 days a puppy should be dewormed up till the age of 3 months, and the initial vaccination is given at the age of 4 weeks. That means 28-30 days. So next vaccination goes in after another 3 weeks. That is the combined vaccination. We use the Novivac company vaccination, DHPPIL. So if the puppy is more than 51 days old, he or she should have got the second dose of vaccination as well. So check about this. Next is the most important thing after vaccination and deworming. Check with the breeder, like as in what food the puppy is having. So once you take the puppy home from the breeder, the puppy should not have a drastic change in food, or maybe there should not be any change in food for the initial 7 days. Follow whatever food the breeder is giving, give that food only. Because once the puppy is separated from the group, from the original place, he might have some stress, and that stress can lead to indigestion. So first of all, don't change the food initially. Keep on to the same food, stick on to the same food, and I hope after this video you will all go to an ethical breeder. So follow your breeder's advice throughout the lifetime of the puppy. One breeder will never want to damage his or her breeding. So blindly follow whatever the breeder says, whatever suits your pocket, and by chance you want to change the food, gradually change it. After 7 days of the puppy staying in your house, the puppy becomes comfortable in your house, then slowly change the food, not before that. Now few do's and don'ts I will say. I'll talk about the don'ts. The major problem that initially I was talking, after the puppy is rehomed, most of the time we see the puppy goes into a condition of gastroenteritis, that is basically a diarrhea. Now this diarrhea can happen because of many factors, but the primary factor I feel is from overfeeding. Most of our puppies, usually we give the dry kibble food, the packaged food. Maybe it can be Royal Canin, Farmina, it can be whatever brand, Winner Plus, Monge. But what happens? Our pet parents never weigh and give the food. They just grab a cup of food or maybe a bowl of food, and they think this much is very less, little bit more. They want to grow their puppy very fast. No, it is a total no. If your breeder says 50 grams, you measure 50 grams and give. And you keep a kitchen weighing machine, that is very important for measuring your food, because 10-gram extra food can create dysentery, can create diarrhea, indigestion in your puppy. What happens? Suppose you keep on giving overfeeding, what happens? The puppy is unable to digest that food, it stays inside the stomach, it starts rotting, which creates a lot of gas, and then the acidity, indigestion, and then ultimately the loose stool. Okay, loose stool. Suppose the puppy has diarrhea. Immediately stop feeding. Stop feeding. No oral solid food. If you see the puppy has very loose stool, or if your puppy vomits, in that case, immediately stop the food. If the puppy is only having diarrhea, just go for chicken soup without the chicken. What I do myself is I take chicken, some green bananas, and make a soup out of it. Like I boil it for 10-15 minutes in a pressure cooker, and I just strain out the liquid, the soup, and give it. Not the chicken, not the green banana also. I feed every 3-4 hours, little soup, and also give some medicine as per requirement. And I give this soup for next 24 hours. Next 24 hours, no solid food. Because initially, if you can control the diarrhea, then just a second. So you have to act in the very initial go. Whenever you see signs of diarrhea or vomiting, stop your food. Contact your breeder, contact your veterinarian. Don't take any step on yourself, because this can become very fatal. Puppies tend to die out very fast in these cases. After the initial case of diarrhea, if it doesn't come under control, you will see blood coming out of the stool, blood coming out of the vomiting, and they tend to go bad very fast. They tend to go bad very fast. You cannot imagine how fast they can go bad. So this is one case. No overfeeding. What I say to my pet parents, overfeeding will kill your dog. Overfeeding will kill your dog. Underfeeding, maybe I'm not telling you to underfeed a dog, but still, if if you are prescribed 50 grams, if you give 45 grams, the puppy will be little thin, but he will not die. But if instead of giving 50, if you give 60, your puppy may die. So you don't want your puppy to be dead. So no overfeeding, 100%. Next, some basic medicines, like when you bring in the puppy, after feeding, give a good enzyme to support the digestion. If you're feeding proper balanced food, like any premium dry food, then no need of extra calcium, no need of extra vitamins. If you are feeding your home food like chicken rice or maybe mutton rice or egg rice, if you're making it a home food feeding, then add little bit multivitamins, multiminerals, and calcium, phosphorus. So this part goes up to the feeding point. Next, let me see. Overfeeding, I have told you. Never neglect vomiting and loose stool, that may kill your puppy. Okay. Now, what you initially, once you bring in your puppy, what you should do with that puppy, like teach him the basic commands, basic training, because you don't want a puppy to be disobedient, because when he is small, 45 days, 50 days, 2 months, 3 months, it looks very funny and cute that a puppy is doing this and being naughty, jumping around here and there, but the puppy grows very fast. And if he has the habit of jumping around and everything, jumping on your lap and everything, once he grows to 5-6 months, he will attain nearly 50% of the adult weight. And then also he will think that this is what I can do, but at that point of time you will not feel good, that the puppy is not controlled, like you don't have a control on your puppy. So from the very beginning, you demarcate a proper place where he will sleep, make a bedding, give a good soft bedding, and once the puppy is tired, you can see that after playing he is tired, he will sleep now. Guide him to that place and make him rest over there. So it will take some time. It may take you 5 days, 6 days, but you have to be persistent on that. Keep on doing, keep on train. Like repetition. Repetition will teach your puppy. Also try for the basic toilet training. I'll make a toilet training video later on. But what you should do, a puppy will pee and potty three major times. That is, once he wakes up from sleep, he will pee. Once he is playing very excitedly, he will pee. And next, after feeding, there is a chance that he will pass on the stool. So whenever you have fed him, take him to the designated spot, uh, wait for some time. Once the puppy releases himself, praise him. Again, when your puppy wakes up from sleep, if you are around or someone is around, tell him to take him immediately to the designated spot where you want him to relieve himself. And once he pees over there, you just reward him or just praise him. So slowly he will understand where I have to go. So they generally do not have the control on their bladder maybe till 5-6 months. But still, once they have the access to the place, they will start going to the place and relieve himself or herself. After 10 days, 15 days, you will see they have a habit of going to that place. And if accidentally he pees or does the potty somewhere where you don't want, don't scold him. Wipe off, and also wipe off with a good deodorizer so that that odor doesn't remain. So these were some of the tips that I thought we should share with our new pet parents. Let's hold on. So in this video, I will show you one of our puppies. Just the flight is going. Let the sound come down. I'll show you one of our puppies. The puppy is now 8 weeks. Both the vaccination has been done, and we have started training him for shows. Like in dog show, how he has to stand, how he has to wait. So we have started the basic show training. I'll show you that video. Okay. So friends, if you have liked my video or if you have some suggestions, please write it in the comment section. And if you want me to give more videos and on what topics, please mention that in the comment section. And I would request you all to subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that my next video, you will be notified when my next video is uploaded. So this was the first part of the puppy buying guide. Now in my next 3 parts, which will be the basic training and the housebreaking techniques, next feeding of the pup, and the third video will be on the general idea of deworming and vaccination and on topic like ecto and endoparasites. So friends, bye, and please subscribe my channel, which will encourage me to make some more videos in future. Thank you. Okay, so this is my 10-week-old puppy. It's a male Labrador, and he is being trained for stacking in a show, and we are feeding him boiled liver so that he pays attention to that and keep all his 4 legs in one place. Thank you.